Great ball, set cross. Yeah! Thank you! It's the stuff of dreams! Dreams, man! Live it up, Blue Boy! Live it up!
Hey, everybody. It's Noise Neighbors Podcast. It's me, Joey McHugh, joined as always by Mark Mulvaney. All right, Mulv.
All right, Joey. How we doing, pal?
What's up, bro? I'm doing good.
Woo-wee.
Yeah. This
Big
is
one.
this has been a week.
Big tings.
Big ting. Massive ting.
Hello, everybody in the chat.
Yeah. What's up, everyone watching? Thanks for
And
being
everybody watching. Let us know volume. Am I too loud? Is he too soft? What's going on? Let us know how the volume's
me right now. Dude, are you kidding me? Every inch of me is rock hard.
Wow. Nice top, by the way. Nice top.
Cheers, pal. Gold patches.
Oh,
Champions.
Yeah. Do you remember how we won that?
This one? This was Pellers, wasn't it?
No, sir. That gold patch is because of what Aguero did.
Oh, because of Aguero. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
Pellers was Nike.
That's right.
Mancini, Umbro, Pellers, Nike, Pep, Nike, and Puma.
So drop in the chat where you're calling from or watching from or whatever. Richard is here. What's up, mate? He's in Connecticut. Stanley, how you doing, pal? In Birmingham.
That's how they say
Wow, look at this. Jealous.
How have they let him in?
Big jealous. Jacob Lackey's in Manchester.
Manchester, la.
Hope you're having a good time, pal.
He's up late.
Okay, Joe Ricci's in. Modern Pizza.
Not gonna lie, I might order a pizza after this.
Yeah. Jason from Tulsa, how you doing, pal?
Sick.
The 3 points and a pie pod is in.
What's up?
You know what? I mean, to be honest, I'd do
What's
a point.
An X mouth?
I'd do 3 pies and a point. That would do me. Hello, Scott in Washington, D.C. Good to see you, pal.
Hell yeah.
All right. And Minaj is in
Manitowoc.
No idea.
Crush that. I think I've nailed that.
Richard Barter, how you doing, pal?
Mississippi, Ontario, Canada.
Don smokes in South Africa. That's crazy.
What?
What's up, Don? The Big Don.
Big Don smoke.
And Michelle in Houston. All right.
Shout out Fat Pat.
And Joe B, Kalamazoo. All right, good to see everybody. So yeah, this is we had to do it. We had to do this. We had to do a call-in show.
Yeah, this is one of those weekends for that.
Biggest game of the season, pal. Agree?
In Europe. Yeah,
it's that big.
In the world, I guess it would be. Because if it's the biggest in Europe, I mean, it's not going to be
fair play. Yeah.
Like whatever is going on in the MLS this weekend isn't going to be.
Not quite, is it? It's
not
not
like,
quite
El Trafico, here it comes. Yeah, it's huge. This is huge. I've kind of been dreading this all day, to be quite honest. I've been pretty up throughout the week.
Good.
I know this is only going to make it worse. This is going to bring me down. Tomorrow I should probably kind of level back out again, and then Sunday morning it's going to be full on meltdown mode again.
How long did the buzz from beating Atletico Madrid? How long did that last?
An hour and a half. I don't know. I wasn't dreading that one. I was pretty tranquilo going into that, honestly. Like day of, I was pretty chilled out.
Yeah, same.
I wasn't like, ooh, stole one. It was just like, yeah, job done. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Out the door.
How are you feeling about the second leg?
Fine. They can't. So if they play the same way again, I don't know how they score enough to beat us. 5-5-0. I don't know where the goals come from. And if they change and they open up a little bit, that plays into our hands. So I'm pretty chilled about that.
You think it favors us both ways, doesn't it?
Yeah,
no matter what they do, favors us. Yeah.
Either we're gonna have the ball for 80% of the time, and you're not gonna be able to get enough people forward to create a chance, or you're gonna send people forward, and then it's just gonna create space behind you, and then that's when Kevin things happen or Phil things happen, and then it's over.
Yeah. A lot of people really enjoyed Grealish's cameo.
Yeah.
And there's the
Shithead.
way he was winding up the Madrid players. Do you think he should start next week?
Against them? Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, I wouldn't hate that, you know. I think a lot's going to depend on what happens what happens with the Liverpool match. But yeah, I wouldn't hate it, especially if, we could get, if he gets under their skin that much in a few minutes. I hate to see what happens in 90,
Yeah. I just want to see it for the bits, for
the man was on the pitch for 48 seconds. And
Mr. Gucci.
Yeah, Gucci Mane.
Mr. Gucci. What's up, Josh, mate?
I'm going to tell my kids that's Gucci Mane. Like, forget the guy with the ice cream tattoo on his face. Gucci Mane is a floppy-haired man from Birmingham, England.
Okay, so a little bit on Madrid there. I'm feeling good about the second leg.
Yeah.
They didn't do much for me. There were a lot of very fancy names in that 11.
True.
Because I remember when you read them out to me on our preview show, I was like, "Oh wow, that is some team."
Yeah.
But he's just, they're not very attacking at all, are they?
No, it's like, I get it. You have your style and everything, but Christ on a crutch. Like, you got Griezmann and João Felix.
Yeah.
That's enough to just be like, instead of abandoning a 4-4-2 and putting both of them, or a 5-3-2, and putting them as like defensive wingers. Maybe we just leave them up front, and just,
that's probably what we'll do, isn't it?
Just kick it forward. Yeah, he's gonna have to. So like, yeah, it's kind of depressing. And then you look at, Luis Suarez is on that team. Like, there's players on that team that just score goals and do fun things. And he's like, no, this is no fun zone. This Atletico Madrid is kind of like the town in Footloose, I feel like. Where it's like, no dancing here.
Yeah.
We're not going to do it.
True. Good one. All right. So shall we invite people to call in? That's the gist of this.
Yeah, let's do this ting. If it's your first time here, or if you're returning, you just need a refresh. We're going to drop a link in the chat. Click on that link. It's going to open up a browser on whatever thing you're using. Make sure you've got your camera on and you have headphones with a mic on them. The headphones will stop any reverb. Yeah, and then you'll get dropped into our queue as people come up.
It's feedback, mate, not reverb.
Whatever, dude. I'm not an audio engineer. Yeah, you get put in the queue, and then we will bring you on. So there you go. Boom. We've banged the link into the chat. I think that's how you're supposed to say it.
We have banged it. Banged it in. Yeah.
So that's
drinking. What are you drinking? I've got a coffee.
Yeah. I don't have a coffee. I've got 3 different flavors of high noons because you know me. I gotta watch my girlish figure. We're gonna start with a black cherry. Hit him off with the Blizz Chiz.
Cheers.
Yeah. Let's.
Cheers, everybody.
You up your kilt, weirdos? Let's do this.
Up the blues, pal. Up the blues.
This thing, huh? Let's get depressed. This is gonna be fun.
Nah. I'm hyped. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just always nervous about this, and I really wish the title wasn't on the line.
It sort of is. You know what we should do? We should ask our first guest if he thinks this is a title decider.
Okay, I like that.
All right, here he comes from Washington, D.C. Is Scott Brokaw?
Oh, hello, Scott.
How's it going?
How are you, pal?
Good. How are you?
Great to see you.
Yeah,
Living the
good to see
dream,
you
dude.
guys.
So, is this a title decider, mate?
I think it could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
You have to assume that both City and Liverpool win all of their other matches, and the thing that I feel good about is the fact that with City being ahead in the table, that they can win or draw and still win out and win the title. Liverpool has to win; they have to take all 3 points.
True. Yeah, agree with that. Does that? I mean, Liverpool really only know one way to play, though, don't they?
Yeah.
So I don't think we're going to see anything different from them than we would normally see. Usually, when we play them, I think of just keeping them quiet for the first 20, 30 minutes. Is that the way to do this?
Yeah, I think you have to break it up into small segments and hopefully score first and make them chase.
An early goal will be nice, huh?
Yeah,
Let's get ahead quick.
Doesn't change much, though, does it? They might be the one team that really doesn't change much.
I just wonder if it would make him a little more frantic.
Mm.
Like if that kind of pressure is applied. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they'd spaz a bit.
Point.
Because I mean they're already kind of all over the place with how they press and everything. It's heavy metal football. So like I do wonder if you get one early in this match. If it was October, it's a different scenario. But in this one, I wonder if you get one early against them, does that change how they have play?
Yeah, possibly.
Start diving more than often. More
True.
Than
yeah, true.
Well, maybe we can freak out Allison again, and he can get a couple of assists. Do you remember that?
Yeah, he is susceptible to the mistake, isn't he?
Some people think he's the best Brazilian goalkeeper. That shit's wild. That's a wild take.
Okay, who has to start for you, Scott, for City?
So I think back four. I think you just kind of go with the best healthy four. Obviously Diaz not available, so I think you have to go with Walker, Stones, Laporte, and Cancelo. Up front, I think Mahrez has to be in there. I'd like to see Sterling in there. I think Gundogan has to be in there. KDB based on form, and the others are kind of I think Rodri has to be in there.
Oh dear, you've left out the one name that was the number one name
Foden?
that I would.
No.
For Liverpool, and Liverpool only. Bernardo has to be the first player.
Bernardo's work rate is just incredible.
Yeah.
So
he'll help Rodri out massively, I think, in the midfield. And he hates him, doesn't he? So
yeah,
he really can't stand him.
Do you agree with that, Joey?
That he hates him?
No, that he has to. I mean, he's
thinking back to the honor guard there with him holding the brew, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He's got his coffee mug out.
I think Bernie's got to start. Just for being just a pest. Just to be annoying. I think that's what we got to do. I think Bernie's got to be in midfield with Rodri and Kev. I wouldn't put Bernie in the front three, I don't think. Just because, like Mulv said, I think help Rodri out more in midfield. So, yeah, I think he's got to be in there. Mulv and I chatted a little bit before we went on, and he's up there with, like, I don't know, first three names on the team sheet for both of us.
Yeah. Richard Barter has suggested Jesus play on the right wing to pin Robertson back. And when I actually drew up a lineup before we came on air, and it was very, very difficult outside the first 3 or 4 names. And that's the thing with Liverpool is the fullbacks, and they make you think, they make you second guess, who you pick, because as much as you want to play your tricky wingers or whatever, they might not always be your best going back and forth, So it's a tricky one. Jesus makes a lot of sense to me. But yeah, I don't know. Because Sterling is coming on the right? He's been hot. Mahrez has been arguably the best winger this season. If Grealish is on, well,
Yeah.
what do you do with Foden? And yeah, it gets very very difficult. But we'll see. We'll see.
It's going to be tight to have this issue like anywhere else on the pitch, where you have just a million players you can play at once. You know, like in midfield we can't do that. No. It's 4 names. Mm-hmm. It's Gundo, Kev, Bernardo, Rodri, because no one's like bring Dino back. Not for this,
right?
You know, a couple years ago, 100% he's starting without question. I think the front 3 is probably the most confusing part of this team for this match.
So Scott, where are you going to be watching this, mate?
I'll be at the bar. I'm going to show up early, probably watch one of the earlier matches because I know it's going to be crazy in there. So
it's called Across the Pond. Is that right?
Right. Yeah. It's I'm sure everyone's probably heard by now that the owner of the Lucky Bar sold the bar, and the new owners are turning it into a nightclub lounge kind of thing. They're not football people, so they're not going to be hosting supporters clubs, right?
Hell yeah!
So we went kind of looking around, and the people at Across the Pond have been really nice. Different kind of vibe from the Lucky Bar, but we've been enjoying it.
Cool, good. Well, enjoy yourselves. Big up the rest of the crew in DC. We will let you go. Thanks for calling in, pal.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, buddy.
All right, Sarah.
Take care.
There goes Scott.
Cap City in the house.
Yes. All right. We got a couple of callers here. The next one is frequent caller, good friend of the show, Richard from up in Connecticut. What's up, pal?
What's up, bro?
I'm always surprised. Hey, man, what's up?
And his stuff is working this time?
Yeah. He inspired me. Joey.
Did he?
Yeah, well, I asked Joey his tips for working hard, and he's like meal prepping and all this, and I was like, I'll start tomorrow.
I had a nickel for every time I said
he's like tomorrow. Over there doing. Oh yeah.
I'm just killing myself, dude. That's all I'm doing. Just a different way.
Nah. Good for you though. Good for you though.
Cheers, pal.
I see it. I'm just like, nah.
So what I've noticed, like I was talking to my buddies about it, what I've noticed that puts people off the most, it's not like the actual work, it's what time I actually have to get up to do this.
Yeah.
So I have to get to work at like 7:30 in the morning. So my alarm goes off at 4. And it's about to bump back to 3 because my workouts got longer. Like my workouts get longer in 2 weeks. So I'm gonna be waking up at 3 a.m. My friend's like, I just don't want it that bad. I'm like, that's fair. I don't even know if I do. We'll see, dude.
Yeah, well, one day at a time, right?
I guess so. Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
So, Richard, how long were you buzzing after beating the Madrid?
20 minutes.
That's it.
I didn't even give a dude. I knew what was gonna happen, right? Like right when I saw them lining up 5-5, I was like, dude, what are we gonna do? We're gonna have to throw everything at them. You know what I mean?
At one point we did.
The ball boy back there, their washing ladies, the bus driver. I mean, damn. At this point, I was just kind of like, this is the worst kind of football to watch. Like,
at one point, both of our center backs were like pushing into their midfield line.
Yeah,
it's pretty damn funny. Like, all right.
There's a picture out there of like Ederson like walking all the way up on a free kick.
Yeah,
and I was wondering what that was all about. I was wondering if he's like, I might as well get in here too.
He's gonna put one in a corner, dog.
Yeah, shit, I don't know. Yeah, that was.
How you feeling about the second leg?
It'll be more of the same. I mean, they might open up a little bit, but that'll just give us more freedom to do what we want to do.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's pretty fascinating how we can switch from like a back 4 to back 3. The way we move things around, and so they didn't let us do that too much.
Yeah.
And I think that if they open up, we will, and then that's when the shit gets real. Plus, you get Kyle Walker back in there, and they were aiming at Ake a lot. Like they were trying to make that was like they thought that was the soft spot, but that boy showed up. What
a miscalculation that was, huh? We found the weak point.
Yeah.
Have you?
So let me ask you, Richard. On Sunday, do you expect to see Ake?
No.
Okay.
No. I fuck, man. Like you said about Zinchenko a few weeks ago, I just don't see it, mate. I just don't see it. You know what I mean? I just fuck. I want to.
If you go back and you watch the game at Anfield, they scored twice, and both times it came from the Cancelo Laporte side. They played together, and Salah just ripped them apart. So it just got me thinking about, like, if Cancelo's the left back, do you want, and you don't have Diaz, do you want a bit more steel next to Cancelo, or do you just roll with Laporte because attacking wise, you can't replace him? So
I know it's a hard call, man. It really is. But at the same time, there's a stat that, Salah hasn't scored since February in open play, so there's that.
Oh wow!
Too. Yeah.
All right. So there's a hat trick for Salah.
Yeah. And so yeah. Well, I mean, who knows? I don't know. I honestly, when's the last time they beat us at Anfield? A while, right? It's been a while. Champions League, maybe?
I don't know. Well, this one's at home.
It's at the Etihad.
Yeah, this one's at home.
Yeah. When's the last time?
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
I think the Champions League, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
What's your confidence level then?
Dude, I'm at like a 6 right now.
A 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
positive.
it'll be a 4. It'll be a 4 tomorrow. But like right now, I'm like it's because I'm talking to you guys right now, and I feel a little, But like, it's. I don't know. Man.
Yeah, last time they beat us at the Etihad was 2018.
Yeah.
2-1 in the Champions League.
So, yeah, I think that if, like you guys were saying, I think Bernardo needs to be out there because he covers ground when he's there. His work rate's really good, and I don't know. Mara's I think that we need a straight ahead player. Like I think Jesus is a little fancy. He might be necessary, but like I think we need somebody to go right at them, and so
So you like Mahrez on the right?
Yeah, well, fucking Jesus cannot stay on side for shit. So, always, and he complains like, "What?" It's like,
oh wow.
It's a tricky rule. You know what I mean?
So who are your wingers? And you got Mahrez on the right. Who's we got on the left?
Oh God, I really want to go with Grealish because like he fucking made me proud the other day. Like he just like. I mean, yeah, you know how they say, back in the Navajo in California, like fuck those putos, and I felt like he had that.
Oh yeah, dude! Let's go.
He had that attitude, like fuck these putos, like you know what I mean. And I really want him to be there, but like I think Sterling needs to be there because he owns Alexander-Arnold, like owns him. And so I think that's probably good. He just owns that side on Liverpool for some reason. I feel like he's good there. But although, never mind. I digress. I want to see Sterling there, and I want to see Foden.
Not so easy, is it?
Yeah, it's not because one of the best games I've ever seen was that one that probably decided the league the one year where it was Sané on the left and Raheem on the right.
Yeah,
and Aguero up front. So that fucking front three is just uncontrollable, dude.
Cheat code.
You're not winning matches that way. You're not going to beat that team. But it's really hard. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, give us a score prediction, and we'll let you go, mate.
1-0 City.
Oh.
Well, give us a goal scorer. And if you don't say Rodri from 30 yards, it doesn't count.
It is. It's going to be Rod. It's going to be a screamer.
Come
outside
on.
the box. They're gonna park it too because they got wheels to get up front though. They got wheels to get forward, but they're gonna park it too. They're gonna stack it up. So,
love it. Thank you again, Richard.
Thank you.
For your contributions.
You guys are killing it.
Thanks, bro. Ride with that stash, dude. It's the move.
All right. I got you.
Speak soon.
See you, man.
All right,
Later,
mate.
bro.
There he goes, Richard.
Hell yeah.
Okay, moving quickly. He's been waiting.
My man stashed
and it's
up.
very, very early in the morning where he's calling from. So
Too early.
Let's have it. Welcome to the show, Mr. Don Smoke.
Hell yeah.
Yes, mate.
What's
going
up,
on?
dude? Unmute your mic. Yeah.
There he is.
How's it, guys?
What's up, pal?
Good.
I'm good. Great show.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
How you
Thank you
feeling?
so much.
No, I'm feeling good. Yes, a bit nervous. I think it's just pre-match nerves. But once we get into the game, I think after the first 20 minutes, right? I think that's key, especially with Liverpool. If we can just shut them out for 20 minutes, I think we will win the game.
Yeah. I agree.
So
You got to keep them quiet for the
20.
first 20 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah. So you think
at the end of the day, they have to win. We don't.
I think that's
I
fair.
like that. Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's fair.
So you think I've been kind of going back and forth in my head about this. Do you think we need to come out high intensity, just like all over them, press the shit out of them, or do we haven't really come out of the gates super intense recently, I don't think. Do you think this is one that we turn it on that first 20 minutes, just harry them everywhere and try to cause mistakes, or do you think we just kind of play our normal kind of calm, chilled out game and press when we need to?
I think that will play into their hands because that's what they want. But I feel as if you watch Anfield, it'll be something similar to Anfield. Just that this time I don't see Gabriel Jesus starting. It could be between Mahrez or Sterling, because I feel as if Sterling on the left is quite useless and wasteful. So and if you watch the Anfield game, Pep had Foden on the left. So you had a left-footed winger on the left, right-footed wing on the right to stretch the play.
Yeah,
I like that.
Right.
Yeah,
and for the space, because Robertson and Trent will want to come up. So if you have those, if you notice, Pep wants to stretch the width of the pitch. So I think they won't bomb up as much as they usually do. So Pep might go Sterling and Foden, and I have a feeling Grealish will play false
as the
nine,
nine.
Wow.
Just to keep the ball, because if you notice, and people haven't really noticed this, right? We dropped points when Grealish got injured. If you look at all the games that we started struggling, is because even the Tottenham game, there was no one who could calm the game down. And normally Gundogan is good for that, but on that day we need more. And Grealish is normally our outlet, and we need someone just to get a foul to push us up. So I think Grealish will most likely play a false nine and then rotate with Foden. There will be a lot of switching between Grealish and Foden.
I love the idea
Sterling plays, and the whole front three can actually switch.
Yeah. I love the idea of Foden against Trent, honestly.
Yeah, same.
I think that's a funny thing. Because I don't know if Trent, I don't know. Defensively, I think Trent struggles with guys that are just even mildly tricky. And Foden's a whole bag of tricks. I just feel like there's a rinse cycle in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel him and Cancelo have the same issue because they too attack minded.
Yeah.
So they always willing to take the risk, which creates space behind.
Yeah.
Hence, Diaz is a big miss, and I see Cancelo having one of those similar games to Anfield. I think the only difference now is Laporte will have to step up his game.
Yes.
That's all it is. Right?
So you've got.
I don't see Ake playing because Ake actually interrupts our build-up play from the back. If you see our build-up play with Stones and Laporte, it's not the same as when Ake play. Even against Atletico, I think we struggled to transition the ball from defense up because of Ake.
I noticed that.
Whereas had it been Cancelo and Walker on the fullback, hence against Atletico, the second leg, I'm not too worried because you will see us switch the ball quicker. Because that's what you needed against them, and it was lacking. Even Pep said the ball was taking too long. By the time you switch it over, they already repositioned themselves. So having Cancelo and Walker, and mind you, Mahrez hasn't played with Cancelo on the same wing for a while.
Right.
So there isn't that same chemistry that he has with Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you make a great point there, Don. But I noticed the same thing you did about Ake, and he's a player that I think more suited to Burnley and Atletico than he probably is to Liverpool. Considering Liverpool will be very busy up front in the midfield, I think having your two best ball-playing centre-backs, Laporte and Stones, plus, as you said, Cancelo next to Laporte, I think that's probably the way to do it. Do you have any issues with the midfield? Like, is it definitely going to be Rodri, KDB, Bernardo?
That is, and you'll even notice out of possession we'll actually play 4-2, a 4-2-4, whereby it will be the back four, and then Bernardo will drop to
next
play
to
as a
Rodri.
pivot with Rodri.
Yep.
Right.
And then
if
Kevin goes up next to the 9.
Anfield, right.
Yep.
Basically, because Bernardo has the legs to cover the ground. Then out of possession, then only he'll move into an 8. And then KDB will have a much more free role.
The chat is very much enjoying your commentary, Don. So well done. Hey, so tell us a bit about yourself. Like, where will you be watching the match on Sunday?
I'm from South Africa. I'll be watching it at home.
Okay.
I have a soccer game in the morning. We play indoor, and after that we'll grab a beer. I have some Chelsea fans that I'll be watching with, and they'll be seeing what could have been.
Well, they're gonna be switching blue colors here pretty soon, I think. You know what I mean?
Oh,
they missed the bus in 08, so they're gonna have to wait till this round comes.
Are these the same guys you watched the Champions League final with?
And I was there next to them. Trust me.
Oh, that's a rough go.
When I just saw the lineup and I saw Sterling, I knew it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
That was not the name that threw me off.
The thing is, the moment I saw Sterling, I knew that the midfield had to switch, because I saw Sterling and the rest of the other players were there, so I knew there will be no DM, and the rest was history.
So let me, while we've got you, mate, let me ask you about the second leg in Madrid. How do you see that playing out, mate?
Look, and so I'm saying, like, the only difference was our build-up play.
Yeah,
they can set up as a 5, as a block of 5, right? As long as we have our normal backline, because the key to us is our build-up play, right? Cancelo, Walker push up, and then automatically they need to sacrifice players to occupy them. Right. So our movements weren't as sharp, because as much as Ake is good defensively, he's a bit undecisive when it comes to offensive. If you notice him with the ball, the opposition normally targets him, and there's always a press against him because they know there's a possibility of him losing it.
Yeah.
So with having Cancelo and Walker, it will be as if we playing a normal Premier League team parking the bus, which we normally unlock them most of the time. So, and the fact that they're at home and they have to score, so the moment we just score the first goal, it's done.
Yeah,
like we can.
Yeah.
It's done. So hence, and that is why I think Pep will go full strength on Sunday, because he knows he'll have better weapons to attack in Madrid.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I was thinking about. I know we don't have 5 subs on Sunday, but I think the likelihood, because we have these 4 very important games sort of back to back, I think it's very likely we'll see subs again on Sunday, relatively early for Pep, because Pep waits. If he subs at all, he's going to wait. So when I started putting the lineup together, I thought, it doesn't matter too much who I start, because I think a lot of these guys are going to play about 60, 65 minutes and then out. But
I think it all depends on how well the original plan goes regarding the subs.
Yeah.
Because as much as we have 3 other games, Pep won't sacrifice the league.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
true.
So and so it's based on the performance of especially the front line. Whoever's not on the game, I think then only you might see an early sub, right? Which I think. But now the thing is, the only challenging thing is I feel as if Sterling is a better option off the bench because of his pace, right? Because
Yeah.
the game will be intense.
Yep.
And bringing him on second half, right, with his pace
Against tired legs. Yep.
against tired legs would be much more effective than having him start. That's the only tricky part. But
Right.
then now Mahrez, I feel as if Mahrez is a bit more one-dimensional because he's not gonna go and cross on his right. He wants to cut in, and hence he's much more easier to defend than Sterling. Because if you see that goal against Burnley, which that De Bruyne and Sterling played at 1-2, that doesn't happen with Mahrez.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Because Mahrez is not going to go down the band line to cross it back. So, but then Mahrez off the bench as well. So I think it's the right hand side which we have to figure out. And the thing with Jesus is he gets easily emotional when things don't go his way.
That's very true.
Yeah, true.
Right.
True.
That's the only problem with Jesus. Today it's going to be a good game, or it's going to be one of those frustrating afternoons for him. Hence, you see, he even got that yellow card against Atletico. So
yeah,
that's a problem with Jesus as an option. But I think
this is a great question in the chat, Don.
Last question for you, Don. By the way, has anybody had a more appropriate name than the Don?
I mean,
Don
the man
Smoke.
brought the smoke. Good Lord. What a debut.
What's your answer to this question? Which South African club will CFG buy?
The only possible one is a team called Sundowns.
Heard of this?
Yeah, they recently won the Continental Cup not so long ago. So I think, especially and they play, I think, a brand which would be suitable to CFG.
And are you available to get hired?
Come again?
Are you available to get hired as the manager?
I wish.
It just seems like, you know what I mean? It just seems like that'd be a perfect fit. You stand there, you sign a paper sitting next to.
I love Pep because he thinks it's in the most minute of details, and that's what makes, because the thing is, there's winning and then there's dominating.
Yeah,
I think that's what sets the greats from the good coaches. It's easier to win. Like Ferguson won, whereby Pep dominated, whereby when he wins, you actually come and shake his hand, like, you know what, you're the better team. And
yeah.
Well,
and that's just,
thank you, Don.
Don Smoke. Absolute legend. Hey, we'll try to work around your schedule next time, dude. We need you on this thing more. Holy cow.
Nah, I'll pop by in the chat. I'll be around. I'll keep.
All right, thank you, bro.
You want my mic? I'll quit.
Hey, speak soon, mate.
Damn, Don Smoke.
Right, cheers, man. Thanks, guys.
Enjoy the game.
Thank you so much.
All right.
There goes Don. That was cool.
Are you kidding me? Don Smoke
Somebody's shouting for the third noisy neighbor, Don Smoke.
He might be him. You know what I mean?
It might.
I mean, the chat was popping off about Don Smoke, dude. Sheesh.
Richard wants him to have his own segment.
True. All the smoke is a hell of a segment.
I think we'd just turn the whole thing over to him, and it'd just be the noisy neighbor.
Yeah, the noisy neighbor, starring Don Smoke. Good Lord.
Yeah, yes, Don. That was great. Great.
I might burn my building down. Just because I don't know. Nothing better is going to come out of this, you know? Like the best broadcast that's ever going to happen. It was just got done.
I think so. So tough act to follow, but we do have a first time caller.
This is what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes, there we go. All right. As we had a bit of a joke about earlier today, we've got a first time caller. It's Colby from the 3 Points and a Pint podcast. Here he comes. All right, Colby.
Hiya.
What's up, fellas?
Hey, pal.
What's up, mate?
How are you guys?
You know, feeling pretty juiced up after after the Don blessed us.
Right, dude, he killed it.
He's
I
great.
was like really hoping you guys wouldn't call me next. I was like, shit, how do I follow this?
To be fair, we have no business following it either. So like,
Right.
we were honored to be on his show there for a bit.
yeah, I'm so glad Don gave us the time.
No shit, man. I feel the same.
Don smoked. Yeah, Don smoked 2022, dude. That's I'm writing that one in.
So Colby, 3 points in a pie. What's that all about?
You know what? I'm going to be quite frank with you guys. We got brought into this by one of our other hosts, Alfie. He started a blog probably about 6 or 7 years ago and named it that. And then kind of fell off with it. Kind of fell off social media, to be fair. And then fair to kind of put the story all into perspective. I live in the most northern portion of Virginia. The other host that I have on there, Kyle, he's my best friend. We grew up here where I live.
Nice one.
He lives in Chicago now, but Alfie, he actually moved here to Winchester, Virginia for a small period of time. Never even met the guy. But me and Kyle were knocking around the idea of having a podcast, and we actually came across you guys at one point. We were like, well, we can't do a city podcast now. Shit.
Of course you can. There's plenty of room.
Oh, trust me, we have plenty of fun on our podcast with City. Plenty of fun. Good. We'll be talking about that later. But so yeah, it just kind of came about. Like we were talking about it. It was like the universe opened up and was like, here's a podcast. We're gonna do it now.
Yeah.
So that's how it came along.
Good for you.
Yeah.
It's a much better story than ours is.
Yeah.
Much healthier. So good for you guys.
We'll tell you that story over a beer sometime.
I'm assuming that started with a lot of pints.
A lot of spite.
Hey.
Spite.
What are you drinking over there, Joey? What was that?
High Noon.
High Noon. I'm gonna have to try that. I've seen them.
It's vodka soda.
I'm gonna have to try those. We have this stuff over here. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's like Orange Smash in a can.
Orange what?
Orange Smash. So in Baltimore, it's actually called an Orange Crush.
Baltimore?
Okay. Yeah, Baltimore. Yo, shout out to all my Pittsburgh people, by the way.
Oh no!
Yeah,
said the
I'm
wrong
quitting.
thing.
Don't smoke, and now this.
What was that, Joey?
I'm tired of this, dude. First on smoke comes on and embarrasses me. This stooge here does a nuts across my face thing on the podcast this week, and now you're gonna come on and shout out Schittsburg.
Bro, born and raised there until I moved to this shit.
No one's perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. Oh, that's right. You're down in Texas, aren't you?
Yeah,
I am, but I'm from Cleveland.
Oh! We can't talk about you right now.
We sure can't. I can't talk about me right now.
I'm sure you can.
All right, let's talk about what we can talk about is Sunday.
That's right.
So,
very professional segue there. Proud of you.
Thank you. Where are you going to be watching, mate?
I'm actually going to be sitting here right here in my living room in my studio. So
live tweeting.
Yep. Heart pounding out of my fucking chest.
Yeah. This so rank for me the teams you dislike the most.
I thought you were going to make me play the game.
Well, you caught my Venn diagram earlier, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. That's one, so that's United.
So it's still Man United first for you.
Always.
Okay,
always,
good. That's the way it should be.
Yeah. So
but have Liverpool closed the gap in recent seasons, though?
I would say so.
Mm-hmm.
I would say so, and that's purely based upon. I mean, we're looking back at the last 10 years. Where's United really been?
6th
in the shits.
In the fucking shits, right? Like there's so. I mean, if you guys listen to the podcast, there's so much that we talk about when it comes to United and their state of whatever the fuck they are. You look at their roster; they have on paper a pretty fucking awesome roster. I think so, but
it's all in their heads, right? They're not the right mentality.
Well, and I think that's one of those things that comes from the higher ups, man. I mean, you really expect Ragnick to be able to do what any other manager has done previous, or even the ones that we have currently. I mean, Jesse Marsh. Jesse Marsh would be doing a fucking better job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you hear that? November 25th. I'll see your ass on the playground, dude.
That's right. That's right.
Wow. But I mean, yeah, for me, United is still number one, but Liverpool have covered a hell of a lot of ground in terms of teams I hate in the last few years.
Mostly their fans, honestly.
Yeah, the fans are absolutely awful. Absolutely awful.
Yeah, I don't know, but Uniteds are pretty bad too. Like I would still, that would be still the number one.
Oh, you really hate United, don't you?
If you were to ask him, he'd clap his hands, I think.
Okay.
So
go ahead, Joey.
So we've shat on United. So we've done our civic duty, I think, as a city show. Check that box. Nice. Is there anything about Liverpool going into this match that you're worried about?
I mean, Sadio Mane and Mo Salah.
Okay.
That's my biggest worry. I mean, much beyond that, their center mids don't really scare me that much. And I mean, they don't really have much on that back line except for Virgil. So I see so many gaps there that can be closed. But I mean, I kind of look at their back line the same way I look at United's back line, and they have one person anchoring it, United being Maguire. And you see old floppy hips every week. Doesn't know where the fuck he's gonna go. It's funny as shit to me, but
old floppy hips.
That's what I call him, old floppy hips.
I might start calling myself that, to be honest.
Yeah, defensively, they're not quite as solid as they have been. In fact, City that's maybe where City have got more balance than they've had in previous seasons. In that, remember, like 17-18, 18-19, it was very, very attacking, very free flowing, and then Pep sort of reeled it in a bit.
There we go.
We got more balanced, better defensively.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the way he's played against Liverpool in recent matches has been very careful.
Mm-hmm.
So thinking about how he's going to approach on Sunday, I'm thinking like careful at first, not all guns blazing. Be very neat with the ball.
Yeah.
Get through the first 20, 30 minutes.
Yep.
And then as Big LB says, turn the screw on him.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. And you don't want to gas yourself out in the first 20. I mean, we do that.
True.
We've done that so many times this season. Granted, I mean, we only have 3 losses on the record, but I've seen it in so many matches where we gas ourselves out so fast, and then we're struggling to get through the first half or the first quarter of the half after the half, and we're struggling to get through to the very end. It just, you need to pace it out a little bit more, just like you're saying. Like, that's the best thing that we can do against this team, especially with as much attack as they have been going with. Specifically, I kind of like the last game that they did. I believe it was their Champions League match? They brought in Sadio Mane for Mo Salah. I thought that it was right after the World Cup match. I thought that was a really good idea on Klopp's behalf because, you know, to keep that pace on that side of the field, they kind of needed that switch off, especially at that point in time, especially because of them being on international duty. But going back to us, that's where we need to lock down. And if they, I mean, hopefully they don't have Sadio and Mo on each side.
Yeah.
To have to guard, because that's a lot of work, especially
it'll
for
be them, and it'll be Jota in the middle, won't it?
Yeah.
Jota or Firmino?
Jota's a handful, bruv.
He's been a handful the last couple of games. Scary shit.
The one thing I'm looking forward to, lads, is just I say I'm looking forward to it. I'm saying that now. We'll see.
So your head pops off the pillow Sunday morning.
Earlier
like,
is like, no matter who scores, the game plan stays the same. I think it's one of the very few teams you can say that about in the Premier League.
Yep.
And that's why these are the top 2 teams in Europe, like you said, Joey, mate. That it's going to be thrilling, I think, because I don't know that it is a tactical battle.
No.
It's not. I think it's
It feels
you know what you're going to get with both sides, and it might be just fine margins. Whoever's got their finishing boots on the day that takes it.
Feels like a derby, yeah.
It does feel like a derby. I actually saw somebody quoted as
like same kind of energy where it's like kind of everything's going to go out the window here, and it's just going to be whoever wants it more is going to end up pulling it off. I think.
Yeah, I think Ruben being out is really going to fucking hurt us, though. You don't think so?
I'm not pumped on it, but like Walker coming back. I mean, Stones and Laporte is literally my wet dream in terms of center backs, where it's just like two Rolls Royces that hit diagonals all day. So
True.
I'm fired up on that. And kind of like you mentioned earlier, their midfield doesn't do shit for me. So I think Rodri and Bernardo and Kev, the idea of Bernardo, if it's Fabinho as the holding midfielder for them, the idea of Bernardo just nipping at his heels all day, really makes me laugh.
Yeah,
and I just they're not doing that whole mouth of the wolf thing anymore. They used to do in terms of like trapping people in midfield. They're playing much wider.
That's a shame. That was my favorite thing to say every week.
I know, right? It made it
made me sound smart.
For real, yeah. They once again, Liverpool has ruined something for us. Yeah, I don't know. I just the Diaz thing hurts, but I just think the midfield. None of their midfielders start for us.
No,
and wouldn't.
No,
even
second.
They wouldn't be fourth because Gundogan exists.
Yeah.
So I think that's where it's all gonna. If we can narrow the pitch, I think because they want to make it so wide. If we can kind of play through the middle and play through those three, I'm pretty fired up on that. And I think Stones and Laporte are plenty athletic enough to deal with anything in behind.
Absolutely, no doubt. I just Ruben is such a big guy. He's somebody that I see anchors down a lot for us and can make that difference. Him being hurt, and that's not to say anything less of American Laporte or Stonesy. That's just I would have liked to seen him for this match because I know he can do against those forwards. So,
fair play.
What's that?
Fair play, mate.
Yeah.
What's
Kyle
your
Walker?
Kyle Walker, man, that's my dude, man. Him and Mahrez.
Fast as fuck, boy. Still fast as fuck, boy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
I didn't realize you had the full clip on one of your buttons too. I thought you just had the shortened one.
Full clip. Gangstar.
Full clip Mulv, dude. Full clip Mulv, dude. He unloaded it on your ass, dude.
Debs knows what I'm talking about. All right, Colby, this was really fun, mate.
Yeah, man.
Give us before we let you go, give us a score line.
2-1, good guys.
Ooh, I like that. Let's go, dude. Colby, thank you so much. Everyone, go check out 3 Points in a Pie. Yeah. He's a blue. Support him, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, dude. Sport. Absolutely. We love you guys. Thank you for having me on, and we'll be in touch soon.
Pleasure,
yeah,
mate.
thanks, pal. We'll see you, huh?
Care.
Absolutely.
Cheers,
there
bud.
he goes.
Cheers, bud.
Colby.
Man.
Oh.
Whoa, you came up quick. Mulv hit a button
Just like that.
Oh, he's got a flag.
Boys, what up? Syrup gang out here.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Syrup boys.
What up, family? You guys good?
Yeah, dude.
Big Mulv, how you holding it down over there, bro?
Yeah,
big question for you. When you gonna get some baby oil for your co-host over there, Adama Traore? Looking stacked out here, Joey. What's going on?
Thanks, bro. I appreciate you.
He's out here. Armband wouldn't even fit if you had it on.
I don't have a pump on right now, so I'm a little small, but it's okay. You know, we'll be back in the gym tomorrow morning. We'll be all right.
I'll be posted up on socials waiting for the.
We got another 5 miles to hit in the morning. You know, we'll be good.
Mirror Picks FC is what we've got going on.
Yeah, dude. Thirst Trap FC.
First of all, shout out to the Gangstar reference earlier on the full clip. That's a big shout.
I knew you would love that.
Big shout as well to Don Smoke, the newest manager of
Yes, dude. Yes.
When Pep decides to step down, homie's gonna slide right in.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's fine with me.
Shout out to Patrick Hawley, who just informed me via the chat that he took the later flight the other night.
Okay, this is how people communicate. WhatsApp is dead. Texting is dead. Wait for the Noisy Neighbors calling show. Get in the chat. Talk to your mates. Let them know when your flight is going to be.
Yeah,
that's what this is. This is
the order of communication: Noisy Pod, live stream chat, Instagram DMs, and Snapchat. That's how it goes.
So I guess we know the next step for Noisy Neighbors. You guys are going to get scooped up by Zuckerberg, I guess, huh?
Fuck that, dude. That robot can suck every part of it, dude. That robot can suck every part of it from behind. Get out of here, dude.
From the back.
That man ain't even from this planet. I don't like him. He don't blink enough. I don't like him.
He's a baby eater for sure. 100%.
All right, Nebs. What's the vibes, mate?
I feel like there's a smaller person inside of him controlling him, like in Men in Black. Like he's gonna ask for sugar water at some point, you know, like when the guy's face pops off and there's just a little alien fella in there with a bunch of levers.
The vibes, man. Tranquilo, I guess. Trying my best to keep the feet on the ground, stay quietly confident. But the truth is, before all big games, I'm shitting it. It's either going to be the best day in the world or the worst day in the world, and you got to prepare for both of them. We got a bunch who are headed over for the match, including our buddy Patrick, who's in the chat. A couple from Toronto, a couple from Ottawa. So I'm nervous for them, and I'm nervous for all of us. If we're being honest, it's going to be a big one.
You're nervous for them.
I am. Yeah, I know what it's like to go to a big match and be let down. Our buddy Mulvaney was there with us. We've had some bad vibes in that stadium and some good vibes.
Yeah, I've been a jinx once or twice.
I mean, it's worked out a couple times as well.
It has, to be fair.
Mine have only worked out stateside. The one I went to in Manchester was against Liverpool, and it was a Pellegrini Mangala special.
I remember that.
Oh, it wasn't great. Good thing I was shit-faced for most of it, because
things happen. You'll have a chance to avenge that, man. The ball is around, so the next time you go, you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah,
the same applies for Sunday. Although, again, quietly confident. If I had to put the house on it now, I'm going City. The score will save for later on. I know how this works.
How do you think it's going to play out, mate?
Yeah.
I think they're going to come out trying to attack. They have a game that they have to win. Although I'm sure that they'd settle for the draw if they could get it. I anticipate that they're going to be on the front foot. We're going to have to absorb a lot of pressure probably for the first 20 to 25 minutes. And then if we can survive that and, wrestle back possession and start playing our game, I think we got a good chance of picking them apart, especially if they push themselves forward as the match progresses. And as I anticipate they will, needing all 3 points.
I mean, this is like the complete opposite of the last two teams we've played. You know what I mean? Like the stylistically, this is
10 in the box.
Yeah, man. Yeah, 11, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's great. The real 10. He's the real 10 hag. 10 guys in the box.
Yeah.
I was watching City Extra the other day. They said they got the ultra defensive, and then the tactic after that is the Simeone tactics that he pulled out on that. That's the last bit of
people got to change it. Yeah. Like you hit all the way to the left, and it's like, nah, bro, there's another one.
Yeah, they were shithouse FC on week.
That was brutal. That was like pulling teeth, wasn't it?
Well, we don't live in the past, do we, Joey? We always look forward, right?
Yeah, but
we got to be so careful midweek next week.
Yeah,
next week we've got to really keep our heads.
I think Sunday will give us a taste of what we can expect midweek on Wednesday. Again, another team that's going to be on the front foot, hopefully with something to prove after a poor showing away. I think they have a lot that they need to give their fans at home. Maybe put an effort in, put in a shift, and actually try and score a goal this time around. And assuming they do,
you think they weren't trying?
It'll be more of the same. Sit back, absorb pressure for 25 to 30 minutes, and then catch them on the counter. It's not really necessarily our style of play, but survive that and get through and push back. And I think we can pick them apart. We always have the personnel to do so. I mean, if we can score against a bank at 10 guys through a bus parked in front of Oblak, then I like our chances against Poole and next week as well.
Is Pep saving the park the bus tactics? Like one day, is he just going to kick the ball to the other side, everybody backs up, and we just play counter-attacking football for 90 minutes and just blow the doors off somebody.
So happy we have evolved. Everyone plays so strong.
Wouldn't that be cool? Like,
I'm trying to picture a world where his pride would allow that.
I know what happens. So it's you got Liam Delap and Erling Haaland up front. I mean, it's full stoke. It's just two big dudes with like Easter Island heads, that are your strikers. And then you've just got it's Walker, just because he's fast. And then it is Diaz, Stones, Laporte, and Ake. That's a back five. And then Rodri and Romeo Lavia and Gundogan in midfield. Boom. There's your park the bus tactic. It's literally just like lump it forward, let the big fellas get their noggin on it. I think we could do it.
We're 2 years away from being 2 years away.
Yeah.
I just think we don't see enough how good we are in transition. We've got some players that can really play in transition, but we never counterattack because we just always have the ball. So
yeah.
I would just love to see it once. That's all.
The odd occasion where we do counterattack, you can see we really have it in us. It's like that Bernardo goal that he scored on the volley. A couple months back. There's like 3-4 touches.
Was that Villa?
It was, yeah, and the cross where he just hammered it home.
See, we can do it. We can do it, Pep.
We can, but that also requires a team to come out and have some balls and actually try and play football against us. And the reality is 85% of the time that's not the case.
Yeah,
you get
the
back 10 or a front one.
Isn't it wild?
Puffing the ball up and trying to like isolate one striker against one of our defenders and trying to beat them on strength or a mistake. And like the reality is a lot of teams don't come out and play against us. And I think the next couple games, teams are going to have to come out and play against us. And I'm curious to see how we react to that.
Yeah,
it's wild. The teams that will play against us. It's like Liverpool, Southampton. What was that Portuguese side? We beat like 98-0. That like refused to play defense.
Sporting. Sporting.
Yeah, Sporting. They like when you call them Sporting Lisbon, I heard.
I'm so happy. More than you know.
How about that presser today, huh? Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
Didn't catch it, man. Didn't catch it.
Dude, I'll tell you what.
Please.
I was reading the quotes. Your man was rock hard reading this stuff. Pep. So they brought up the Brazil thing, right? There's these rumors flying around that like, oh, Pep's gonna go manage the Brazilian national.
10 milli.
I don't think that's enough.
On the table for him.
Like,
nah.
Well, I almost made a Brazilian waxing joke there. Pep's not going to do that because I think he'd get bored. Honestly, there's not enough games, not enough training.
Way too much of a control freak to manage games a year or whatever it is. He barely gets to train with the guys. It's pointless.
He said he was super happy here and he doesn't ever want to leave and he could sign for 10 years right now, but it's just not the time to talk about contracts. And it's like, bro, the last thing anybody else in England wants to hear is Pep like, we're going to do Fergie type years. Like the rest of England doesn't want to hear that Pep's going to stay for 20, 30 years. Like he's already evolved this team like 6 times and he's going to get another cycle here probably in 2 years to turn this thing over again.
Realistically, like the only 2 national teams I could ever see him managing that would be after his club career is long done and dusted is either Catalonia, if ever they get their own team, or Spain. Yeah. And that's about it. As it pertains to, him stepping away to manage a national team now, I can't imagine him being anything but manager number 1 for all of his players. And I don't know that he can implement the style he wants to play in around guys playing 60 games for their club and then coming and showing up for Brazil and having to adapt to such a demanding style. Like I don't see it.
Yeah,
I don't see that he can play the type of football he wants to play in that type of setup.
There you go. I think that is gone. So the thing that Holland did back in the 60s and 70s has disappeared because there's too many club games now. And all of those players don't play domestically. When Holland did it, when like the Brilliant Orange was a thing and Cruyff and Neeskens and all those guys were playing, like they all played in, sorry, Mulv. Sorry to mention someone that's not Cruyff. Idiot. But they all played, like they either all played for Ajax or they all played in Holland. So they all kind of played the same thing, right? So it wasn't a big deal for them to go, all right, we're going national team training. It's basically the same situation.
Agreed. And more recently, like you have the example with Spain and Barcelona, who played similar styles as well, and dominated world football because it was really easy to take the style that they played for their club and implement more or less the same playing for country.
Yeah.
And you need similarities like that in order to make that transition successful or worthwhile. And I don't see that, with Brazilian players being scattered all across the world, how do you bring those guys together and play the type of football that he wants to play?
In Europe, China,
season,
Pato down there in Orlando. Maybe Pato comes back. Remember him?
Yeah,
he's going
Pato. Yeah,
the duck. Le Canard.
All right, I wanted to ask you this question from Josh, mate. Substitutions were key last game. What subs do you see with your predicted lineups this game?
I think the main questions probably revolve around, will it be Bernardo or Gundogan in the center of the park, and who starts on the wings and as the false nine. So I think whoever gets left out or is unlucky enough not to be involved in the starting lineup probably comes on later if needed. Although if we're in a situation where the game's wrapped up by minute 75, can I see him making many changes? Maybe one defensively.
Yep.
But the substitutions played the role where we needed it, where we needed a change in the last game, and we need to switch up the pace and the way we were attacking, and it came good. I'm hoping that by the time decisions need to be made regarding substitutions, the game's already wrapped up and we've already done our job. But we'll see how it goes. We talking lineups, boys?
Wrapped up. Yeah, come on, give us your lineup, mate.
Yeah, let's go back to front. So we got Scott Carson in goal.
Obviously, come on, the King, Scotty the King,
Scooter.
After his perfect Champions League performance. I feel bad. We kind of talked smack about him the last time.
Sheet record.
Beast, right?
Oh my goodness.
I think it's safe to say Eddie's going to be back there. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah. Go on, Edison then.
Stones and Laporte. Walker and Cancelo.
That's easy, just like that. Stones and Laporte.
Yeah.
Yep. Stones and Laporte. Although Ake, I want to take a second to shout him out because he's been rock solid this season. Has not stepped astray at all. Wins everything in the air. Can play left back. Can play center back. Is brave going forward. Makes a pass. Picks him out. No problems with him whatsoever this year. And I think he's the best fourth center back in world football, if not one of the best backup center backs in football. Period.
What a title!
Listen,
I'm number 1, number 4 center back on the planet.
He's not a bad number 2 when you need him to be either, is he? Because we've learned over the last month. So
I agree with you, though.
Smack about him, but he deserves a shout.
Yeah, he's
like I was telling Don Smoke,
or as Don Smoke was telling you,
right?
True. My man was on the pulpit, dude. He was out here preaching. Are you kidding me?
Ake really suited the last 2 games, but and maybe not this one. I think this is more. You need your ballers in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick
Fullbacks.
Passing another back. Fullbacks Walker and Cancelo.
Okay.
Midfield
Walker on the right, Cancelo on the left. Midfield Ting. For me, I'm going Rodri, De Bruyne, and I'm going Bernardo.
Let's go.
Yeah. Bernardo in the middle. You need the graft and you need the engine.
I'm with you so far. With you.
Yeah.
This MF are spitting. This motherfucker's spitting. He's spitting.
Oh, let's go. Bars. I got Foden playing the false 9. I don't know how tasty that is for the lads, but that's what I got going on. Right side I got Mahrez. Left side I got Sterling.
Mahrez.
So we're dropping. Flag. You need to get like an Algerian flag in here so I can match up the energy from that video.
Sterling gets strips off Trent Alexander-Arnold on the other side.
Ooh.
Love and life. Another video afterwards.
Yeah. My man
to the corner store. Pack backwards and some blem.
Okay. Yeah, that's quality, mate. That is quality. Okay.
And scoreline?
2-0. Let's get it.
2-0. Come on.
Jeez.
2-0.
Man, Nebs brought the juice, dude. Holy cow.
Nebs is trying to stay hype so I can avoid shitting myself until Sunday.
You just constantly no, everything's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great.
Is it Opera Bob's Sunday?
It is Opera Bob's Whole Lake House. Hanging from the rafters, right?
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, one way or another.
I got no unofficial nicknames for the club this time. I think Webster's a Manny. I don't know that he's going to be at the game, but I think he's over there for a little family festivities. So
nice one.
Clever trip, that one. Oh, I'm just going to pop over.
Needless to say, you guys are welcome anytime. If you guys can make it up over to the other side of the border,
are we allowed in?
We'll welcome you with open arms. That depends. You taking care of business over there, buddy? Or you part of the convoy?
I'm both, dude.
Are you going to Green Bay?
I'm thinking about it. I'm waiting to see what the drop is for the second match.
We need dates on this.
Yeah.
So far, it's
sometime in
late July. Late July, isn't it?
Yeah, it's vague. I think it's like vague July.
I think the plan would be probably base in Chicago, go and visit the peeps there, and then make the drive up afterwards. That's the flex.
Move. Yeah,
or go to Cleveland, Joey.
Brother, don't let them go to Cleveland, because if they do, just start playing Kanye West Homecoming, and then I'll show up and burn out. Yeah, dude. We don't have to talk about MGK. Cuddy, we don't have to talk about MGK, but
we don't talk about MGK.
Yeah, Bone Thugs and Cuddy, and then hey, you know what? That Cuyahoga River hadn't been caught on fire in like 40 years, and
I mean, we could change all that.
I think it's about time. We set the on fire again. You know how cool the city you have to be to set water on fire?
It's pretty G move.
That shit rules.
The only other person I've confronted who can do that is Don Smoke. Don Smoke sets fire to everything he touches. Man's a fire-breathing dragon out here.
There's like Midas turned shit into gold, right? My man Don Smoke just set shit ablaze.
That's it.
Golly.
All right, so the three of us have been to Manchester. There was a question in the chat from Patrick about what do you recommend for a first timer at Greg's?
So the old standby.
I mean, you got to try them on a sausage roll first, yeah.
I was gonna say the sausage roll is probably the best introduction, man. It's safe. Who doesn't like a sausage roll?
Yeah. And then if he doesn't like the sausage roll,
it's a good base layer for like what's gonna happen.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Man's big on the bacon and cheese wrap. Can't lie.
Mulv, you had a bacon and cheese wrap?
Don't sleep on the donuts either. They got some cheeky donuts in there. That
my man Mulv knows the secret menu.
That shit's busting, bro.
Steak bacon's pretty fire as well.
Mm-hmm.
The cheese and onions also fire.
Yeah, I'm trying for you veggies. The cheese and onion is dope.
I had a pie at the stadium. I can't remember which one it was, but might have been steak and ale.
I mean, in fairness, Greg's is hardly breaking the bank. Maybe you could just do the sampler. Just get a box of everything. Take it back to the telly. Have a party.
Is there a sampler? That would be amazing.
Hours.
Yo, give me a 12 of pasties.
Give me a 3 for 21, dude.
People look at you like you're a monster.
Amazing.
I'm a motherfucking monster.
I mean, we know. That's why you need that baby oil, Adama. Calm down over there.
I can't. I might be able to run as fast as him. Who knows? I probably can.
Fast as fuck, boy. You have no idea how fast Joey is.
Who knows? I might be.
Fuck, boy.
Once I get these little some bitches moving, dude, who knows? I might be fucking flying.
You're like Treylon Burks with a 40-yard dash, man. Once you get going, you're going.
Flexibility in skinny jeans right now. Are you kidding me?
I'm impressed at skinny jeans alone. Like, let's go.
They're tight on the thighs. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little.
That's all right. There's still time, man. By the time I see you in Lambeau, you're gonna be bench pressing me.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna do the Lambeau leap. You're gonna throw me back on the ground. Bam! Take that, Maple boy.
All right, Kyle, shut up.
What's Kyle doing?
He's one to talk. He's literally round.
He hasn't seen the mirror pics.
Kyle's built like a butterball chicken.
Ooh, bars. I'm gonna stay out of this.
Thanks, Pooh.
He's apologized. He's apologized. It's all
good. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, Nebs. Thanks for coming on, pal.
You're the man.
Thanks for having me as always, guys. The pleasure's always mine, and it's beautiful touching base with you guys before the big match. Puts the nerves at ease a little bit. So I appreciate you both. Thank you for doing God's work as always. And I'll see you guys at Lambeau or somewhere abouts there. Hopefully this summer if all goes well.
You got it.
We're gonna see each other.
You got it.
Let's go, convoy.
Let's go! Call me Diesel,
Bye,
dude.
Later, fellas. Be good.
All right, ta-ra. There he goes. Nebs.
Convoy.
J Nebs.
Convoy is also not an approved nickname for me. Just so we're clear.
Wait, what was the nickname? Steak Bake.
Convoy.
Oh. Convoy.
Convoy.
Brilliant.
God dang. I forgot we had a match going on this weekend until Nebs brought it up again.
Wow.
Fuck.
Just the callers tonight have been amazing. The chat's been amazing.
Flames.
Yeah. There's Gustavo. Love it.
Hell yeah, dude.
See you Sunday, bruv. Woo.
Man. Whew. Yeah, if anybody else wants to call in, click that link up there.
Yeah.
It'll put you in the queue for us. Man,
So-
oh man.
How has this made you feel? Worse? Better?
The high noons are helping.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Also, I told you off air. I had a few elsewhere, so I came in.
True.
Came in kind of good. No, everyone seems way more positive than I guess I thought. But that's probably my own negativity, just like feeding into like I'm just projecting that on everybody because I know what's going to happen on Sunday. To me,
Okay.
like you'll
let's have it.
see it. You'll see it.
Oh,
So-
to you physically.
Yeah, you'll see it. So like
Yeah.
most of the people in the chat haven't like witnessed me watch a big match in person,
Mm.
and it is a real roller coaster. But the whole thing is downhill. There's
True.
never comes up. There's no loops. It doesn't twist at all. It's normally just me like white knuckling. Last time, so the derby, I white knuckled a stool for the first 45. I spent a good 20 minutes just crouched behind it, and like peeking up at a TV. So I was having a panic attack the whole time. Yeah, and then I just start necking drinks. So it'll probably be that again. I'm feeling good, but I know what's gonna happen when I wake up on Sunday. I'm gonna go to bed Saturday and be like, oh, thanks for a good day, Lord, and I hope I can have a nice night of sleep. Then Sunday I'm gonna wake up and just be like, fuck! And
We're better than them, though, aren't we?
I think so. But
How much have you watched them recently? Because they seemed, I mean, they're getting results, but it's been tight for them, I feel.
yeah, and I don't know how much of that is down to like AFCON stuff and having to rotate players a little bit more than maybe they're used to.
To their credit, they got through the AFCON thing, no worries. And I think we were talking about how that was going to impact them for months leading into it.
Yeah, it just didn't.
Yeah, it didn't. They've done well to recruit forward players who have hit the ground running.
Yeah.
Jota has been unbelievable.
What a steal, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't see.
Kinda
I
10
didn't.
business on that.
I sort of shrugged my shoulders when they signed him, but he's been.
You did the same with Andy Robertson.
I do it with all of them, mate. Nobody signs good players except for us.
True, and even we don't.
No, that's where no. Everybody we sign is amazing, mate. That's how you never get caught with your pants down. Don't be slagging off new signings.
Okay, you just ride with them forever, like Wilf Boney.
He's top, mate. It's class.
Okay,
He had malaria. What are you gonna do? He had malaria.
Give me malaria right now. I could score and goal. Yeah, I don't know. I think kind of like what I talked about with Nebs. Their midfield doesn't do shit for me. Thiago isn't the guy they bought. I don't think.
No, he's been a real disappointment.
Yeah, and even when he's good, he's not that good. He's kind of up and down. Fabinho, really good player, but I don't know. I'm at the point now where I'm kind of glad we whiffed on that one, and we ended up getting Rodri. Like
Yeah, I feel the same. Yeah,
Rodri every day over Fabinho just because of how we play. And then who else is in there? Keita has been a bust.
Yeah. Sometimes
Henderson?
AOC's in there. Sometimes
Henderson, yeah, that lady.
Henderson is
He's a heartbeat.
He shouldn't. Yeah, he shouldn't be as good as he is.
Yeah.
And you're right. He's kind of their soul. I feel like heartbeat, soul, kind of what you were saying. For some reason, he's better. Like, he's terrible for England. Absolutely terrible. Like, if he plays in the World Cup, mate, fucking hell.
You're gonna switch.
He's terrible.
You're gonna switch allegiances again.
Yeah. Yeah, come on.
I was this close, by the way, to US top tonight.
Oh, were you? Yeah, you should have. You should have. Hey, plenty of time for that.
Full on bomb pop, dude. Turn around and hit him with Teddy Roosevelt.
There is poetry in the chat, mate. Poetry in the chat. You know that most Scousers are Dodgers, and Gerard and Rush are old codgers. But the cry from the cop is, "Hey, Jurgen Klopp, you're no better than that Brendan Rodgers."
Barney's banter out here.
Come on, Barney.
That's Shakespeare,
said, mate.
That's a good dog, by the way.
Yeah, Shakespeare. Chaucer, Barney.
I've been to Chaucer's. yeah.
Whitman.
All the greats. Yeah, Emerson.
Yeah,
not gonna park, dude.
Barney's banter.
Like I said, that midfield doesn't do shit for me. And if it's so against Benfica, they went Keita, Fabinho, and Thiago. Fine. Replace any of those with Henderson. Fine. I don't care. Front three. So does that? I guess the one guy we haven't talked about for them at all is that new guy Diaz. Does he worry you at all? Because he seems like kind of a wild card. That he's had a hell of a start to his Liverpool career. And do you want to address?
So, okay, Barney has a picture of a dog, and my lovely wife wants to pet the dog. Oh dear.
This is a very serious show. And I think that's what people forget sometimes. If you think this show has been very serious, make sure you drop a like real quick if you're watching right now, because we try very hard to be a serious show. And sometimes people think we're not. And I don't like that. Diaz.
Luis Diaz. I don't know, mate. He looks lightweight.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have red marks. Like it's
Yeah, but maybe not as good as Mahrez, but we'll see. I need to see a bit more. Hopefully I don't see too much on Sunday.
True. Yeah, true.
I don't see him starting. I think it'll be Salah, Mane, and Jota.
Yeah, Jota, Firmino, one of those. The more I'm looking at okay.
Okay. Oh dear.
Taking a turn.
Oh no.
So no? So you can't?
That's a no. That's a no.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Rip Barney's dog. Wow. Barney.
So probably not to that.
Probably not, sweetie. He's passed. He's passed away.
Oh, no. Oh boy. Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. Like, so I'm just like clicking through their previous lineups against teams that should be kind of top tier or whatever, and just none of them do anything for me. Like it's a midfield of Thiago, Fabinho, and Henderson. It's a front three of like Mane and Salah and Diaz. Obviously, they all worry me, but they're not going to start. They're not going to start all three of those. They're going to. It's going to be Mane and Salah. I doubt Diaz starts. If he does, dope, because that means that one of Mane and Salah isn't there. Jota worries me. Firmino doesn't do shit for me. He's all teeth, and they're not even his. Those are purchased teeth. I don't know. I think the more I look at this and the more we kind of chat about it, I am doing the reverse of what I thought would happen, and I'm becoming more tranquilo.
Okay.
You know what I'm gonna do? Go and put that back up. 5 favorite rappers: Dylon, 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 and Dylon.
Oh dear. Yeah. Okay. Let's answer Gustavo's question. Do you see Grealish coming on at all?
Yes, we talked about this before the show. I had Grealish starting. Just because I don't think it's a Mahrez game, and I want Raheem on the right.
Yeah.
So, kind of like what I think Don brought it up, maybe.
Come on, Don.
Big Don. I just feel like you have to have Foden in there, right? And I feel like if Foden and Grealish start, it allows so much fluidity in the front three that any of them can play anywhere at any point in time during the match. You can switch everyone around and nothing changes. And if you have Grealish and Foden, even if you just left Raheem over on the right, you can do so much interchanging between the left and the middle that it's going to cause problems. And I don't know. I just think Grealish is really leaning into like the shithousery.
Yeah.
And this is a funny one to do that in, you know? So I think Grealish starts.
I think it's a good shout. Yeah, like I told you, I put my lineup down and I actually had I had KDB in the false 9 because I was trying to squeeze Bernardo and Gundogan in the side. Very Guardiola of me ahead of a big match to try.
How are you?
So I had
Bernardo in the front 3.
No, I had Bernardo and Gundo as my 8s, KDB at the false 9, and Foden on the left wing, Mahrez on the right.
Yeah. Okay.
But I've heard a bunch of different front 5s today that I've agreed with the logic behind all of them. So
classic Mulv, by the way.
Right now, I'm almost thinking like, if this isn't a Mahrez game, which is fair, you could put Foden on the right and Sterling on the left, or Sterling could play where Mahrez is. Do you remember the Thunder bastard that Foden scored coming off the right wing against Liverpool? I think it was the COVID season, the empty stadium season. Oof. Anyway, he could do so many things, and like I said, he probably makes subs at 60 just because we got so many games.
Yeah.
He can change it if he doesn't like it.
I'm not alone in this. I'm just so all about right wing Sterling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's in great form.
It's so tough for me to look past. Like that almost picks itself just because I think right wing Sterling needs to continue to be a thing.
And would you then start Mahrez against Madrid?
Yeah. I like Mahrez against those teams like that.
I do too. The low block sort of deep teams. Yeah.
I think that's like Mahrez Gundo special, dude.
Yeah, agree.
No?
And Grealish on the left for the shithousery.
Yeah. He gets his calves out. They get all mad at it. They can't handle it, dude.
Oh, so Dickie Bitters is with me on the midfield. That's good to see. Front 3, Foden, KDB, Raz. Okay, yeah. That's sort of what I was saying. He was vouching for Jesus earlier too, I believe. I would probably give it to Sterling ahead of Jesus on the right, just because of form.
Yeah. I don't know if Jesus sees the pitch in this one, honestly. So the yellow against
the pitch in the next one.
So that yellow against Atletico Madrid seems like one of those things that Pep would hold against the player.
Very dumb to me.
Yeah, and Pep's done that before, where he's just like, "No, you were stupid, so now you're punished from me." And I just don't think Jesus comes on in this. I think so. If it's Sterling, Foden, Grealish, the sub is Mahrez. If it's Mahrez, Foden, Sterling, then the sub is Grealish. You know, like,
yeah.
Either way, I think all of those players see minutes.
Yeah.
Unless we're up huge, and then it's like Fernandinho's coming on next to Rodri or some shit. You know, like I don't see a scenario in which all 4 of those guys don't get minutes in this game.
Prime Fernandinho would be probably first name on my list. But you've got to move it on now. You've got to hand the torch to Rodri and let him play in these big games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think I don't know if they have anything to stop what Rodri does when we really get rolling and Rodri gets the ball and he's able to kind of play shorter diagonals in their kind of not final third, but damn near. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if they have anybody that can combat that, because you're not going to put Henderson on him. You're not going to put Thiago on him. You're not going to pull Fabinho up and put him on him. So then are you going to drop somebody out of the front 3? Like,
right.
You know, I just think Rodri is, because of how good he is on the ball, I think he creates a lot more problems for a team like Liverpool than he does for teams like Atletico or Burnley that are meant to sit back. Whereas you get a team like Liverpool where they want to push players forward, they want to play wide and all that kind of stuff, and then you just have this metronome in the middle that's like, I don't know, brother, I'm going to put this thing wherever I want to. Stop us, because now you have, when he gets on the ball, now you have an issue where Kevin's allowed to just kind of go places. You know, and normally you would target Kevin as like, okay, we have to stop him.
With Bernardo next to him.
Yeah, we got to stop Kevin from getting the ball and creating things. Well, Rodri's creating now, and then Bernardo, like you said, Bernardo's just like a pest. Like, even if we have the ball, he's gonna be a piece of shit to somebody. Yeah, I don't know. The more we talk about this, I'm going to talk myself into a stupid scoreline.
Well, I was actually going to ask you that. Would it surprise you if we hung 4 or 5 on these?
What time is it? 8:30 at night? In my head, I was thinking 3.
There's been some beatings of this lot before.
In my head, I'm thinking 3.
When we've beaten them pretty handily on a few times.
Yeah.
Tariq wants a 3-1.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tariq.
See,
love that.
I think that's where I'm at, dude.
Wow.
I think I'm at 3-1. Now, that is clearly the booze talking and everyone else gassing us up, and like Don Smoke dropping bombs on our heads and all kinds of nebs coming on. But I don't know. Something about it feels weird. You know, Pep seems way too tranquilo going into this, and I don't know what that means. I don't think I've ever seen him this relaxed ahead of a massive game.
Yeah.
My man joking about shit.
He's
like 2 days, 2 days away from the biggest match in Europe.
Vid says, I feel nervous that I feel so confident. Yeah, that's about where I'm at.
I had that before Atletico.
Okay.
I was like, okay, why am I chilled? Like, this should be, it's Atletico Madrid. Like, I should have fear or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Gustavo's wants another Bernardo showcase.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I'm here for that, dude.
So going back to that big one, 18-19, the 2-1 at the Etihad. For me, the 2 best performances I've ever seen from a City player, and I have it the opposite of what most people would say. Most people would tell you that Bernardo, best performance they've ever seen in a City shirt. He was amazing that day. But I would just give the edge to Fernandinho, who was an absolute wrecking ball that day. I don't know if you remember. Like, the first 10 minutes, he was bulldozing guys. Like, it was amazing. That's why I said, like, a prime Fernandinho in this would be, he would definitely start for me.
I think I think Rodri's bringing some of that into his game recently.
Yeah.
And he's got more body to throw around. Just physically. He's a bigger dude.
Yeah.
I would love if he started. If the first 10 minutes Rodri just like bodied people, sign me up for it, dude. Sign me
up. Gustavo also calling from for a all English front three. It looks like Foden, Sterling, and Grealish.
You're having
Foden
that
in the false nine. That's cool. That's cool.
It's coming home, huh?
Okay, so this is something I mentioned earlier. JP, no Cancelo, Ake plays left back. Very interesting. Because I mean, the thing with Cancelo for me is he was kind of diabolical at Anfield. Do you remember he just sort of swung his leg out at Salah for one of their goals? It was really lackadaisical, mate. So I can, this is why I think I could see Ake coming in. But what happens when you put Ake in is teams let the build up go through him because he's the least effective at it.
Yep.
And Atleti did that, Burnley did that. Somebody did that to us earlier in the season. I think it was a Champions League game where it seemed like for the first 45 minutes everything went through Ake.
Yeah.
It was a remember that? Yeah. But I see the logic in it, JP. And I have considered it. We will see. We will see.
Yeah, I don't want that. I like that.
Rich is not happy with my criticism of Cancelo.
Yeah. I'm a huge Ake guy. I just, and Mulv and I talked about this before it came on the air. Zero part of me wants to see Nathan Ake against Mo Salah. That's not a foot race that Nathan Ake wins. So like if it's going to be Nathan Ake loses a foot race to Mo Salah or Mo Salah gets in because Cancelo's high up the pitch creating stuff, damn the torpedoes, dude. You know, give me Cancelo doing wacky stuff on the left and shooting with his right foot. Like give me Cancelo receiving passes in the position that a 10 would be in, and the announcers are confused the whole time. Give me that. Because either way, Salah's getting into space there. So,
I think Richard has nailed it. Ake if we're worried about him, Cancelo if we're not.
Yeah. Would you do? Is there anybody? Is it either you, Mulv, or anybody in the chat? Ake instead of Laporte.
Would
anybody go for that?
Would that make you feel better about Cancelo?
I don't know. But I bet you I could get talked into it. You know, like there's a massive narrative about Laporte that I'm not too keen on, but like I could see how Ake next to Stones with Cancelo over there could be fine in this match, just because I think Ake's more athletic than Laporte. I think I don't know if he's good in the air, but he's a step quicker.
It's more balanced defensively.
Yeah,
but
yeah. He doesn't get caught up the field as much.
But you sacrifice attacking, creativity, and build up. Oh,
we should have known. Sometimes I don't know why we try. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. The Don Smoke Show, everyone.
Yeah. Change this.
Yeah, just change it.
That needs to get changed. And that phone over there, change that. Golly. It's like 5 a.m. in South Africa. And my man is still dropping. Hell yeah, dude. Man, oh man.
Shit. Great.
I think that's right, Ian. I do, but
that's where I've landed. That's where I've landed.
Right. But this show is pretty boring if we're just like, here's the lineup. Thanks for watching. We'll see you. You know.
So Ian's comment, if this ends up as a podcast or if somebody's just listening, was he says it has to be Walker, Stones, Laporte, and Cancelo, which is what I ended up writing down for mine. And I think what we've been trying to do is really just credit Nathan Ake for being amazing in the last few games. But I think those two games suited him better than this one does. In this one, you need to be able to play out of the back because they're going to press us. So play the two Rolls-Royce defenders and take your chances with Cancelo. Hopefully he can create more than he concedes. And maybe it's a case of learning lessons, from Anfield. Hey, don't defend like that again, mate. You got to give these guys a chance to improve on prior performances, and that's what life's all about, is learning lessons. So, here we go.
Assistant to Don Smoke.
Thank you, Michelle. Thanks for the backing.
Yeah.
What was this? Don Smoke is C-3PO chatting and we're just Ewoks watching his chair rising. Come on.
Such a deep cut reference.
That's great. We love a Star Wars reference.
Oh, man. Holy cow, dude.
Okay.
I think we did it, huh?
I think we did. That was great fun. Thanks to everybody that watched.
If you haven't already, if you're watching right now, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, elbow off the top rope on the notification bell. That way you get notified when we do these things. Holy shit. What a time. What a night. Thank you so much for the first time callers. Great talking to you guys. The regulars, great seeing you guys again.
Always.
Plug time. At NoisyPod on Twitter. Hashtag AskNoisyPod if you got any questions. If you don't, clearly you guys do, but subscribe to the podcast. Rate and review, whatever thing.
We do a podcast.
Yeah, whatever app you listen to us on, as long as it's not Podbean, they can do one. But whatever else you listen to us on, make sure you subscribe, rate, and review on that. Noisypod.com. Go get some swag. Don can go to bed now. Thank Christ. He's got a game in the morning. Noisypod.com. Go get some swag. Did I hit all of it? Patreon. Patreon.com/noisypod. If you want to support the show and support what we do, for as little as $1 a month, you can help us out. Dude, shout out everyone that already does this. It's amazing that you people think that we're worth $1. Clearly we are worth much, much less than that. So we appreciate the hell out of you guys. We got showed up by like one dude for 10 minutes that we've never met before. And it was just like, all right, well, fuck us then.
I think he might have been on one time before. We did have a guy from South Africa once before.
I don't think it was Don Smoke.
It may not. I would have remembered that name. Maybe he's got a pseudonym.
I know who you're talking about. I remember it vividly. I was still in Cleveland then.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Let us know if that was you, Don.
Patreon. That's about it, I think, dude. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. We'll leave this up if you want to catch the whole thing again. If you didn't catch all of it, we'll leave it up. Other than that, everybody, holy shit!
Come on, boys!
3-1 Blue Boys on Sunday.
Let's go.
That's it, gang. So until next time, everybody. Ta-ra.
Ta-ra.
God damn. Don Smoke.